Tonight, D.C.'s finances remain in limbo. So will the district need to cut more than $1 billion in public services? D.C. lost approval for its budget when Congress passed a new spending bill last month. The Senate passed a bill to fix that, but the House hasn't signed it yet. And as of this afternoon, Congress is in recess for 2 weeks. Our Katie Lusso has spent the last couple of hours digging into what we know about this timeline and what's next for the district's own taxpayer funds, which we keep reinforcing because this is the city's money.
Yeah, and I think that's what's been so frustrating for so many people. Now, the hope from everyone I've spoken with tonight is that this will still pass in the House when they return in 2 weeks. And here's why. It has the backing of the Senate. It also has the backing of the president. So the holdup is that it appears the House didn't get to this bill before they left for recess.
Okay, so let's put this in perspective. And if you've been watching, you probably know the D.C. budget is $1.1 billion short of what it needs. So how long can the district hang on before it's got to make some serious decisions and changes?
Right. So what I've been told tonight by sources, Leslie, is that there's not a hard deadline here per se, but the clock is certainly ticking and conversations about what to do are ramping up as we speak.
And by what to do, you mean what to cut, right?
Exactly. What to cut here, because we're talking about that $1 billion. It's money the district needs to keep those essential services up and running, and losing that much money would mean program cuts. It would mean hiring freezes and even layoffs. Well, tonight I spoke with the teachers union and the fire union. Let's start with the Washington Teachers Union. Now, they represent 6,000 teachers who teach more than 51,000 students in the district. Let me be clear, they've been vocal about these impacts since this first came to light. This could mean larger classroom sizes, removing services for special needs students before and after school care and summer programs.
We've just come out of COVID, and we were just seeing glimmers of hope in testing in our students. And so this cut could take us even further back.
Now, I also spoke with the president of the local fire union, and he told me they do not have room for any downsizing here. Cuts for them would mean slower response time to your emergencies. Now, he was on the Hill tonight talking to politicians just before we spoke. Take a listen.
Do you still feel confident that the House is going to pass this?
I do, but it's just the nature of Capitol Hill, right? Like there's always a new emergency or crisis around the corner. So they were going to take it up, and then President Trump announced these tariffs and all these other things in the national news cycle. What we're pushing for is that they pass the Senate bill under something called suspension of the rules in the House, which requires a large majority of members and just gets placed on something called the suspension calendar, and it's just a procedural vote.
So he's hoping that's going to happen as soon as the House returns from recess, which is in 2 weeks. Now,
Right.
The mayor's office, they didn't have any comment tonight, but they say they expect to be able to share more information with us, hopefully sometime next week.
Yeah, everybody's watching this very closely because we know how important this is and how significant this could be. All right, Katie, thank you.